Characters in Hamlet are Hamlet, Claudius, the King of Denmark, Gertrude, the Queen of Denmark, Polonius, the Lord Chamberlain of Claudius' court, Horatio, Hamlet's close friend, Ophelia, Polonius' daughter, Latus, Polonius' son and Ophelia's brother, Fortinbras, the young prince of Norway, the ghost, Rosencrantz and Guildenstern, two slightly bumbling courtiers, former friends of Hamlet, Marcellus and Bernardo, the officers who see the ghost, Francisco. Now let's see the summary of Hamlet. Hamlet was the king of Denmark. His father was a king, but he died before the play begins. Hamlet's uncle, Claudius, has taken over as king and married Hamlet's mother, Gertrude. At the beginning of the play, a ghost appears to some soldiers. He looks just like Hamlet's father, the dead king. The soldiers agree to tell Hamlet all about it. And now Claudius tells Hamlet he has to stop acting so sad about his father's death. Hamlet says he will, but when he is by himself, he says he is disgusted that his mother married Claudius. Hamlet's girlfriend is Ophelia. Her father Polonius and her brother Latus try to convince her that Hamlet does not love her. They point out that because he is a prince, he cannot marry whoever he wants. They think he is more likely to seduce her than marry her. Ophelia agrees not to talk to Hamlet anymore. And then Hamlet sees the ghost who says he is Hamlet's father. He also says that Claudius murdered him by pouring poison in his ear. Hamlet swears to take revenge. He mentions to the soldiers that in the future he may find it useful to act as if he is crazy. Ophelia tells her father that Hamlet came to see her after she returned his love letters. And he seems insane, his clothes were messed up, he was trembling and pale, and he looked scared. Polonius now thinks Hamlet really did love Ophelia, and he's gone mad because she rejected him. Claudius and Gertrude ask Rosencrantz and Guildenstern, some friends of Hamlet's from school, to spend time with him and try to find out why he's been acting crazy. Their arrival coincides with a group of traveling actors that Hamlet happens to know well. Hamlet writes a play which includes scenes that mimic the murder of Hamlet's father. During rehearsal, Hamlet and the actors plot to present Hamlet's play before the king and queen. And in Act 3, at the performance, Hamlet watches Claudius closely to see how he reacts. The play provokes Claudius, and he interprets the action by storming out. He immediately resolves to send Hamlet away. Hamlet is summoned by his distressed mother Gertrude, and on the way he happens upon Claudius kneeling and attempting to pray. Hamlet reasons that to kill the king now would only send his soul to heaven rather than hell. Hamlet decides to spare his life for the time being. Polonius hides in Gertrude's room to protect her from her unpredictable son. When Hamlet arrives to scold his mother, her hears Polonius moving behind the arras. He stabs the tapestry and in so doing kills Polonius. The ghost of Hamlet's father reappears and warns his son not to delay revenge or upset his mother. And in Act 4, Hamlet is sent to England, supposedly as an ambassador, just as King Fortinbras of Norway crosses Denmark with an army to attack Poland. During his journey, Hamlet discovers Claudius has a plan to have him killed once he arrives. He returns to Denmark alone, sending his companion Rosencrantz and Guildenstern to their deaths in his place. Rejected by Hamlet, Ophelia is now desolate. At the loss of her father, she goes mad and drowns. And in Act 5, on the way back to Denmark, Hamlet meets Horatio in the graveyard along with a gravedigger, where they talk of the chances of life and death. Ophelia's funeral procession arrives at the very same graveyard. Hamlet confronts Lads, Ophelia's brother who has taken his father's place at the court. A duel is arranged between Hamlet and Lutz. During the match, Claudius conspires with Lutz to kill Hamlet. They plan that Hamlet will die either on a poisoned rapier or with poisoned wine. The plans go awry when Gertrude unwittingly drinks from the poisoned cup and dies. Then both Lutz and Hamlet are wounded by the poisoned blade, and Lutz die. Hamlet in his death throes kills Claudius. Hamlet dies, leaving only his friend Horatio to explain the truth to the new king. 14 brass as he returns in victory from Polish wars. The play is set in Denmark and follows the prince Hamlet, who seeks revenge upon his uncle Claudius. Claudius murdered his brother, Hamlet's father, in order to seize the throne, and also married his wife and Hamlet's mother, Gertrude. It is the tragedy kind of play, and it is sometime written between 1599 and 1601. It is Shakespeare's longest play with 30,557 words. The major theme in Hamlet play is death. It is the death of the king Hamlet that triggers the events in the play one after another.